Hey everyone, welcome to the Unconventional Kitchen. I am your wonderful host. I am Ayaz. That's right, we are in the Unconventional Kitchen, and tonight we have this a la noodles, a la barley concoction for you. As you can see, it is nice to be back in the Unconventional Kitchen. Glad to have you with us here for the Unconventional Kitchen. I'm sure you've seen these segments before on the YouTube page. So if you want to make the a la barley and the a la noodles, what you can do is use your can of soup that you probably eat during the cold weather, wonderful cold weather, mind you, in the beautiful, splendid Northeast. We are in the United States of America, and yes, we are dealing with exceptionally cold weather. So if you want to make your a la noodle or your a la barley mixture, what you will do is you will need 2 cans, 1 can of anything connotation barley. It could be beef barley, could be vegetable barley soup, whatever it is. And for the a la noodles, you can have beef noodles, you can have minestrone, whatever. If you want to add other flavorings, that's fine. If you want to add chili powder, and you can empty it into a bowl and just leave it by the stove as your mixture. Like I said, you can add chili powder, you could add salad dressing, you could add salt, you could add pepper, you could add olive oil, you could add spaghetti sauce. It doesn't matter. Now, the point is you want something with intensity and flavor, and if you want to add sweet and sour mix from your favorite and local Chinese restaurant, go ahead. You can use the sweet and sour thing for the container for the sweet and sour pork or sweet and sour chicken. It works. Either one is fine to make this a la noodle, a la barley concoction. And also, you want to be careful also not to burn the bread in the frying pan. You do want it a slight crisp to it, and varying on your temperature of your stove. If you're very familiar with frying stuff or frying concoctions, whether it be breakfast, almuerzo for you people in Spanish, we're talking about lunch, and la cena again for our Spanish friends. La cena we know is dinner. You want to be careful not to burn the bread. And again, if you do, it's a trial and error kind of thing. But what we want is the bread to have some intensity with some flavor, some impact with these concoctions. Of course, that's why you make the concoctions, is to have some kind of impact. And again, if you want to add other things, you can do that. You could add brown sugar, you could add regular sugar, you could add honey to give it some more flavor. Like you could add honey, of course, to your tea, herbal tea, regular tea, and of course, you know me with concoctions. You know that I really like honey in coffee. So it does work to add honey to our a la noodles and a la barley concoction. You can't see it right now, but I'm sure you can hear it. That, of course, I'm making it. And like I said, it's wonderful to have you back in the Unconventional Kitchen. And that's why we call this the Unconventional Kitchen, because we're not going to make common, boring stuff that tastes terrible. This isn't McDonald's, this isn't Burger King, this isn't Wendy's. Have it your way. It is more like have it your way in a different way, because you're doing it. You're making this concoction with the basics. And you have your basic ingredients, and then you have your accessory ingredients to make the concoction better. You could use bagels, you could use regular bread, you could use fresh bread, but the key is not to burn the bread. And of course, you could have this concoction on top of spaghetti as well, or you could have it with linguine. Like I said, the key is to make your base with some intensity, with some impact, via the spices or via the sweetness of honey or brown sugar. Brown sugar and honey seem to work better. Kind of stay out of the white sugar madness or white sugar craze, and kind of like add, if you're familiar with the United States, we have an obsession with white things like sugar, white rice, and I'm sure you could use it with brown rice if you like brown rice. You can use this concoction, especially with cold weather. Kind of tired of opening that can of soup. You can use the can of soup and make something really interesting to eat, as we are doing in the Unconventional Kitchen. We've showed you other things for breakfast in the Unconventional Kitchen. Okay, again, I understand if some of you people don't want to eat meat, you can use hash browns and make all the breakfast concoctions. We showed you some things on the YouTube page in the Unconventional Kitchen. We're in our wonderful new studio here. It's actually not a studio, it's a kitchen. The Res Kitchen. We could call it the Res Kitchen, or you want to call it the Unconventional Kitchen. It doesn't matter. We're happy to bring you these concoctions. And again, if you want to know how to make some of these concoctions in the past, I don't have an official website for this. Of course, you can go to the YouTube page for the general information. You can catch that YouTube page at www.youtube.com/user/US Licks Irish. Okay? For all you pronunciation, US Licks Irish. That's how you say it. US LIXIRISH. And you can find our wonderful videos for the Unconventional Kitchen. Again, Ayaz does a really good job with kind of going out in left field and making some really interesting things. And again, the YouTube page, we have to remind you, kind of a note, a disclaimer, is in association with Ayaz Music or Ayaz Videos, Ayaz Pictures. It is an amalgamation of that kind of a company, so to speak. So the Unconventional Kitchen is kind of a an increment, how shall I say, of the YouTube page and Ayaz Music and Ayaz Videos and so forth. But again, if you want the some ideas or you want to watch the videos, go ahead. And of course, there's no way of making these concoctions. This is more of a trial and error, kind of like the home version of fast food. And especially on these cold days here in the Northeast in the United States, we have an extended winter. And if you're kind of bored, sick of television, get behind a frying pan, and you can have your own unconventional kitchen. Again, you can have your own unconventional kitchen. You can tell your parents. Of course, if you're extremely young and still at home, that you want to go out in left field and make something interesting. For you young adults, sick of fast food, use some things that are in your storage, in your pantry, maybe from your local food pantry. A lot of people in this country get food stamps. You could use your food stamps for these ingredients. It's not going to cost you a lot of cash for the stash. So this is a way to salvage money at home, creating your own unconventional kitchen. I'm Ayaz, and glad to once again be here in the Unconventional Kitchen, and I'm going to see you coming up ahead.